Will antibody cocktail of Roche reduce demand for Tocilizumab, says High Court. The Delhi High Court has asked the centre whether demand for COVID-19 drug Tocilizumab, which is in short supply, would be reduced if drug major Roche provides its new antibody cocktail that has been approved for emergency use in India for coronavirus patients. The court also asked the centre what quantities of the antibody cocktail would be required for the purpose of reducing demand for Tocilizumab. The query was posed to the government by Justice Pratibha M. Singh after Roche India, which supplies Tocilizumab in India, told the court it can only endeavour to supply the medicine and cannot assure to meet the market demand for the same, even though patients are willing to pay for it. The court noted that the global manufacturing figures of the drug have not been filed before it by Roche despite specific directions. Another reason given by Roche for not being able to supply Tocilizumab was that the antibody cocktail of Ghatraj and Inventiva medicines may be better treatment for COVID-19 patients. The drug major told the court that its current focus was to supply the said antibody cocktail, and 1 lakh doses of the same is likely to be sent to India by the end of May. As Roche was unable to give any assurance regarding supply of Tocilizumab, and since it was required by patients here, the court asked the centre how it is intended to obtain the medicines through the drug major or its global manufacturings FO Mafla Roche Limited in Switzerland and Sugai Sanuka Kabuski Keishi in Japan. The court also asked the government when the results for the phase IIL trials of the Tocilizumab approved in favor of 2 Indian companies, Heturi Biopharm Limited and ZSS Medical Research India Private Limited, was expected, what were the applicable guidelines. It asked the centre to file an affidavit answering the queries 2 days before the next day of hearing on May 27th. During the hearing on May 12th, Roche told that the court a consignment of 40,000 Tocilizumab 80 mg, which would cater to around 9,000 patients, arrived in India last week in the form of humanitarian aid extended by it. Beside that, 1 lakh vials of Tocilizumab 80 mg to 20,000 doses had also been imported by Roche India prior to the stipulated date of May 15, and that was scheduled to reach its distributor Shipla Limited, the drug major told the court. The central standing consuls Anurag Avela told that the court that sufficient orders will reflect the demand of Tocilizumab 400 mg have been placed with Roche India. However, the company has been unable to supply the same. He said that centre was following up with Roche India through various channels and is coordinating with them in order to increase the quantum of imports to India. The court was hearing a plea movement on behalf of 2 COVID-19 patients who were prescribed Tocilizumab by doctors but were unable to immediately arrange the medicines from anywhere. They later received the required medications and were stable, the lawyers informed the court on Thursday.